It was around 12 a.m. when me and my best friend had the ingenious idea to sneak out and explore the city at night. At the time, this felt like the best idea ever, but little did we know how badly this night would end. My best friend and I were 14 years old at the time. Before leaving the house, I quietly snuck into my mom's room to steal a $20 note. We both put our hoodies on and we simply walked out of the front door. We were so excited to see what life is like outside at night. For a while, we walked through the streets thinking of what fun things we could do. My friend suggested to explore our surroundings, and so we did. We followed the main road for a bit until we ended up at the train station. We started looking at the train schedule and noticed that one went into the main city. Impulsively, we decided to buy tickets and make the trip there. The cost of the ticket was around $2.50 each, but the only thing we overlooked is the fact that it was the last train for the night. We patiently waited for the train to arrive. As we were waiting, we noticed some strange-looking people, one woman and two men who kept on glancing at us. This should have been a clear warning sign, but we had other things on our minds. When the train arrived, we got in, and so did they. During the ride, all we could think about was how much fun we were going to have. How wrong we were. Once we got off the train, we observed how massive the train station was, although quite empty. We walked into the street laughing and then turned into a shady side street. The strange people from the train station then creepily walked up to us. The one furthest to the right said, "Hey, what are you two doing here so late at night?" Frightened, we both looked at each other and stayed quiet. I could feel something was off, and I was just frozen there, powerless. There was this awkward silence for about 5 seconds. Then the woman rapidly pulled a knife out of her pocket, raised it to our faces, and intimidatingly whispered, "Listen, this is how it is going to go. It's either your money or your life." Both me and my friend were extremely scared. Not knowing what to do, my friend spoke first. "Please, we don't have anything. We spent all of our money on the train tickets." "Wrong choice," the man on the right said calmly, and he pushed my friend violently against the wall and yelled, "Empty your pockets!" The guy on the left also shoved me and said, "You too." My friend had no money on himself, but I had the $15 left over from the train tickets. I was so afraid to say anything. The man holding my friend told him to empty his pockets, and the guy grabbing me reached into my pockets and grabbed the change. He ferociously pushed me into the ground and told the others, "Let's go." They walked off nervously with the loot. We were left cashless and I was heavily bruised from the fall. I felt like crying, but I was so shocked from these events. Since it was just around the corner, we ran back to the train station and noticed a security guard to which we told the whole story. Unfortunately, he told us that there was no way to prove this ever happened, since there are only cameras at the train station and on the trains. But he told us we could go to the police station to file a report, which was a long 30-minute walk from the station. We asked the security guard when the next train for our hometown would be, but he told us there weren't any more trains until the morning. We were both really worried on how we were going to get home. Seeing how frightened and desperate we were, the guard told us we could go on the night bus and that he would write a note to give to the bus driver. We walked to the nearest bus stop and waited for the next bus to come. When the bus arrived, we explained our unfortunate situation to the driver and showed him the note. The driver then told us that the note wasn't good enough, but he would let us go on for free this once because we are young and he didn't want us to be stuck out in the city this late at night. We found some seats and talked about what just happened the whole way home. We quietly walked back to the house and snuck back into my room. I looked at the time and it was 4 a.m. We both only slept around 4 hours that night. I think until around 18 or 19 years old, me and my friend never went out at night again. But to this day, I am still very skeptical when I leave the house late in the evening.